Welcome to Big Dog Talk Sports. This is your boy Big Dog. We're going to do the wrap up for the Week 8 of NFL Football 2022 season. Let's go, man. Alright, man, so we're going to start with the Thursday night game. We had the Baltimore Ravens beating Tom Brady and the struggling Tampa Bay Buccaneers 27-22 down in Tampa. Lamar Jackson had 238 yards passing, 43 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Ravens linebacker Justin Houston sacked Tom Brady twice. Tom Brady had 325 yards in the losing effort. Alright, so let's jump to Sunday's games. We had the Dallas Cowboys beat the Chicago Bears 49-29. I believe this is the best the Cowboys offense have looked so far this year. They scored 6 touchdowns. Tony Pollard, the running back, had 131 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the Dallas defense even scored for the Micah Parsons fumble recovery. The Cowboys are now 6-2, and they need to win every game because it looks like the NFC East have no weak teams right now. Alright, so we had the Minnesota Vikings. They continue to roll. They beat the Arizona Cardinals 34-26. Kirk Cousins was 24-36, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he added 27 yards on the ground and scored a rushing touchdown. Vikings linebacker Darius Smith was causing havoc on defense. He had 7 tackles, 3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss. Minnesota is now 6-1, and they're riding a 5-game winning streak. Alright, so let's take it back to the East Coast. In-state rivalry. We had the Philadelphia Eagles facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Eagles remain undefeated. They won this game pretty easily, 35-13. A.J. Brown, Eagles receiver, was looking like 1995 Jerry Rice against the Steelers defense. 6 catches, 156 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The Eagles defense recorded 6 sacks. Defensive tackle Javon Hargrove recorded 2 of those 6. Look like the 7-2 Dolphins cannot pop that champagne yet. Alright, we had the New York Giants going to the West Coast to face the Seattle Seahawks. Both teams have been surprisingly good so far, and the Seahawks won this game 13-27. Quarterback Geno Smith had 238 total yards and 2 touchdowns, but it was Seattle's defense that really held it down. They recorded 5 sacks as a team. Cornerback Mike Jackson had 7 tackles and defended 3 passes. His teammate Uchenna Nwosu had 6 tackles and 2 sacks. The Seahawks are now 5-3. The Giants lost, but they're still 6-2 right now. Alright, so the game I had as the big dog game of the week heading into Week 8 was the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. Neither Aaron Rodgers or Josh Allen played great, but Bills wide receiver Stephon Diggs had 6 catches for 108 yards and a touchdown. Buffalo linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, he had 16 tackles, and he also deflected a pass. The Bills won this game 27-17. They are now 6-1. The Green Bay Packers struggling at 3-5. Alright, man, so we had the Denver Broncos winning on the road against the Jacksonville Jaguars 21-17. Denver is now 3-5 on the season. A disappointing 3-5 on the season right now. The Atlanta Falcons, they beat the Carolina Panthers in overtime, winning this game 37-34. They are now on top of the NFC South. Alright, so we had the Miami Dolphins. They beat the Detroit Lions 31-27. The Dolphins have won their last 2 games, and Tua had played those last 2 games. So it looked like with Tua back under center, the Dolphins is right back to business. Alright, so we had the New Orleans Saints. They shut out the Las Vegas Raiders 24-0. The Raiders gonna have to do something, man. Can't waste Devontae Adams like this. They're 2-5. The Saints moved to 3-5. The Tennessee Titans, they beat the Houston Texans 17-10. Big Derrick Henry rushed for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Tennessee Titans has kind of quietly been heating up. They haven't been scoring a whole lot of points, but they've been doing a whole lot of winning. They're 5-2 right now. Alright, so next we have is the Washington Commanders. They edged the Indianapolis Colts 17-16. The Commanders is now 4-4, winning their last 3 games. The NFC East looking like the best division in football right now. They used to be the worst. Teams getting in at 7-9 and making the playoffs. They ain't happening this year. Alright, so let's go to the AFC East. The New England Patriots and the New York Jets. The Patriots won this game 22-17. New England intercepted 3 of Zach Wilson's passes. Patriots safety Devin McCourty, he had 2 of those 3 interceptions, along with his 6 tackles that he recorded. Patriots up 4-4 on the season right now. Alright, so the Monday night game just ended. The Cleveland Browns beat their in-state rivals, the Cincinnati Bengals, 32-13. Running back Nick Chubb doing what Nick Chubb does, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wide receiver Amari Cooper, he contributed 5 catches, 131 yards, and a touchdown. Alright, so let's bring it back to Sunday. The San Francisco 49ers facing their in-state rivals, the Los Angeles Rams. San Francisco dominated this game in the second half. They won the game 31-14. The defense shut down the Rams offense in the second half. Jimmy Garoppolo was efficient, 21-25, 235 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But the player of the game and big dog player of the week is none other than Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey had 94 yards rushing, 55 yards receiving, and even threw for 34 yards. He scored a touchdown running the ball, catching the ball, and throwing the ball. This man looked incredible after his first full week with the team. The 49ers offense looked totally different, and Deebo Samuel wasn't even playing. Christian McCaffrey was the big difference on the offensive side of the ball. He is the big dog player of the week for Week 8 of the 2022 season. Alright, so that's the end of this wrap-up for Week 8 of the NFL 2022 season. Subscribe, share, comment, hit that like button. Big dog out.